हेलो स्टूडेंट। आज हम इंडो इस्लामिक आर्किटेक्चर्स के डेकोरेटिव फीचर्स के बारे में हम स्टडी करेंगे। हैं कि जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं कि इंडो इस्लामिक आर्किटेक्चर्स में अरेबिस्क्यू is a form of artistic decoration consisting of surface decoration based on rhythmic linear patterns of scrolling and interlacing foliage, tendrils or plain lines, often combined with other elements. Interlace and scroll decorations are termed used for other types of similar pattern. And this arabesque is also known as tariq in Arab, which means foliage. This is purely Islamic form of decoration, which means interlacing stems lines. These lines are flat. These lines may be flat or curved, pointed and smooth, but never isolated. The first attempt in India was executed at the main screens of Tawaq-ul-Islam. So this is arabesque, Islamic form of decorations with interlacing stems and line. Lines are curved, pointed, and smooth, and it is never been isolated. So the next prominent decoration features of Indo-Islamic architecture is stilosite or makarana design. In Arabic, Persian stalactite is known as makarana, a honeycomb motif consisting a group of small arched cells, one on the other reducing in position downward, and in Greek, stalactite means a deposit of calcium carbonate. This design is adapted to fill up the space in squinches to give more support to upper portions. As per historical evidence, first times in India this design was created below the balconies of Qutub Minar, Delhi. Stalactite and so the next design feature is stucco. Stucco it is a lime plaster which contain limestone powder and they used very thickly on the wall or soffit, that means ceilings, for making incised raw relief of painting works. The main purpose of stucco work is to make surface plain and smooth for good result. In most cases, stucco work has been done the monument in intrados, spondrel, pilar, or other arches and ceilings. In India, this art of stucco was also adapted in Ajanta. This is the details of ornamentation and stucco work inside Jali 8 Kamali tomb. This is stucco works are basically decoration of ceiling works. So let's the next prominent feature is stone cladding, stone or inlay works. This is mosaic or inlay work is specialized art of decoration where the piece of different materials such as glass, crystal, semi-precious stone, etc. in different colors are fitted in block or step of stones oblique marble on the sketch design with their face downwards and then so that it could fill all empty places or gaps. This work can be seen at the monument Humayun tombs, uh, tombs of Akbar's at Sikandra or at Taj Mahal. Building were started Sabbals Mesori or Murtar plaster covers with the slabs of red sandstones, but later in during period of the Jahangir, the building were started to be decorated with the strips of white marbles and culminations of using white marble is found in Shah Jahan period. So basically, the a piece of marble or stone or something or metals are inserted in marbles marble or in stone. So this is stone inlay work in Taj Mahal, wall decoration, geometric designs for these decorated marble mosaics on these walls of Taj Mahal. So next important decorations features is mirror works. Basically, symmetry in Islam architecture is followed very extensively by balancing the amount of minarets and domes on the each side of the building. Symmetry itself consists of two types, verticals and horizontal. Vertical symmetry is the images of the buildings was created so using the waterfronts, and in horizontal symmetry was opposite to each other are identical. The Islam buildings which clearly represent the symmetry in Taj Mahals. These are the other examples of mirroring or symmetric works in Indo-Islamic architectures. This one is Jama Masjid. This is Taj Mahal in elevation or in plan, and you can see the in jalis or a screen mirroring work has been done. And so come to the let's come to the next important decorations patterns is jali of Indo-Islamic architecture. So what is jali in architecture? A jali is the form is the terms for a perforated stones or latticed screen, usually with an ornamental pattern constructed through the use of calligraphy, geometry, or natural patterns. According to the Yatin Pandya, the jali allows its light and air whilst minimizing the sun and the rains. And also, when the air passes through these openings, its velocity increases, giving profound diffusions. The holes are often nearly of the sum width or smaller than the thickness of the stone, thus providing structural strength. It has been observed that humid area like Kerala or Konkans have larger holes with overall lower with a larger hole with overall lower the opacity than compared with dry climate regions of the Gujarat and Rajasthan. So these jali work are extensively used in Indo-Islamic architecture. So let's come to the next important prominent features is the jharukhas. So this is the example of jharukha balcony in Jodhpur or Mehergarh. So what is jharukha? The jharukha is a stone window uh, projecting from the wall face of building in an upper story overlooking a street, market, courts, or any other open spaces or scenic beauty. It is supported on two or more brackets or railings, has two pillars or pilasters, balustrade, and cupola or pyramids roofs. Technically closed by jali, but generally partially opens for intimate a peep out to see passing possessions. The Jaroka is more formal and ornamental than English or French windows. Is one of the most distinctive characteristics facets of medieval Indian architectures until the 19th century. So this is another examples of Jaroka at Maheshpur forts in Madhya Pradesh. So this is the second part of Indo-Islamic architectures.